All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt lousy tolerating him.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Oke. Siapa yang chat lu?
Like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
I say we bust in there and find the guy.
Gue lupa main game gimana ini.
I don't want to be rude,
Goblok.
but I ain't got time.
Ngapain orang? Kita mesti, seingat gue kita mesti keluar ini. Oh ya, ini dia kita naik mobil.
You're behind the wheel.
Oh ya, oke.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. And Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Oh, jadi kayaknya nih bakal ada crime scene. Aduh, fuck lah.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you searched the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're gonna take a look around.
Oke. So, ada korban kita tabrak lari.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. The poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Gimana ya caranya?
Careful where you're stepping,
Gue lupa.
Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Gue lupa pencet apa ya? Aduh, pencet apa ya? Ini gue terakhir main game ini. Oh, ini dia. Ini topi. Gue puter. Harusnya bisa lihat sesuatu sana. Oke, nanti dulu deh. Kita ke clue yang lain.
Landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Bentar ya, guys. Oke. Wah, ini kalau hidup lagi nggak lucu sih anjing. Nggak ada apa-apa di muka sih. Oke, balik. Coba kita ke bajunya. Oke, Lester Pattinson. Male, height 5'8", race white, Pattinson. Oke, kita lihat duitnya. Itu nggak penting. Lihat Oke.
We can notify next of kin.
Oke. Sekarang kita udah cek jaketnya. Coba kita cek jaket sebelah kanan. Apa nih? Fire and Life is a great pleasure that we acknowledge that receipt of your application 14F and pre-approval has been granted to raise the weekly premium on your life insurance policy. Where our standard veteran care policy includes you all lump sum payout of cancer in the event of unrelated death. However, this new plan secure beneficiaries a sum of 16,000. We at California Fire and Life thank you. Wish you all good health. What the fuck?
Madison has life insurance.
Oke, dia punya asuransi kematian dan pas banget dia mati. Ini caranya nggak bisa dicek ya? Ada apa di tangannya? Nggak ada nampaknya. Kita lihat tangan sebelah kirinya. Kenapa ada pepel lagi? Paling serem ngeliat orang mati. Oke, nggak ada lagi. Kayaknya cukup sih.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Oke. Topinya kelempar sampai sini. Coba kita lihat di tempat nabraknya ya. Dia keseret dulu.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Itu belum kita cek tuh. Enggak deh, udah. Itu kan D, itu D, C, D, C. On it.
His blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
Oh, ini nih.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Oke, cukup. Ini berarti apa sudah apa? Lester Pattinson, Brown X, sex male, victim of accident, Shannon Perry, blue blood, age 24, sex.
It's all yours, Detective.
Aneh nih, ini bisa ada kecelakaan. Ini orang terlalu santai nampaknya. Apa nanti kita ke situ? I don't know. Oke, kita masih harus ngumpulin bukti dulu. Yaudah, oke mungkin emang game-nya kalau kita langsung tanya-tanya. Kita udah lihat semua clue-nya juga sih.
Miss Perry,
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Coba di dock dulu.
You're already at the window. You're nosy, aren't you, Miss Perry?
Do you want my help or don't you?
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Oke, itu dia.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Oke.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Oke.
You certainly got away with the dames, fella.
Hari ini jawab pertanyaannya
Give it a
salah.
rest, Bukowski.
Ini game susah ya di sini.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
I thought so.
No offense, fellas, but having cops hang around ain't exactly good for business. No offense, fellas, but having cops hang around ain't exactly good for business.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So you didn't see what happened?
By the time I got out there, it was all over.
Salah. Oops, sorry. Oke, ini masih.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Oke, ya.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Okay, yeah.
What was it about?
Who knows? The slightest thing could set those two off.
Stalling just makes us more inquisitive, Lynch. We'll get to the bottom of this, with or without you. That guy has a serious attitude problem. You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away.
Oh,
They
okay.
liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Okay. Aduh.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
I think I've seen it all. Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Broadcasting at 760 kilohertz. KCI Radio, American Century Broadcasting.
It's a lucky break getting the partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
Straight through. Not as dumb as you make yourself out to be.
I didn't know I was making myself out.
Unit Hammer Code 2 identified. South Figueroa. Unit to Hammer Code 2, identify.
11K, go ahead, KGPL.
Car 11K, see the security guard at 459 there now.
Where the hell have you been? 4 punks been helping themselves to the suits.
Oswald Jacobs, you work here?
Goddamn right I do. I've been watching the place for 10 years, waiting for something like this.
Calm down. Show us to the suspects.
You go first. How about I back you up?
Oh, bahaya nih cuy. Aduh, udah pakai senjata lagi.
LAPD. Throw out the guns. Stay down.
Shotgun aja. Ini gimana? Aduh.
I'll be right behind you, Phelps. Find some cover.
Mana itu orang? Gila. Speechless gue.
Car 11K. Shots fired and suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I'll need an ambulance at 536 South Figueroa Street, Holcher's Textiles. Also notify a supervisor and the coroner.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner, and I'll notify your supervisor. All units, 11K advises code 4 on the shooting at Holcher's Textiles. The suspects are down, code 4.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Car chase. Aduh anjing gue gak jago nih bagus.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Kontrolnya gak enak. Nggak seenak GTA San Andreas. Ini lu nggak bisa nabrak orang lagi. Gimana nih berhenti nih?
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Ah, goblok. Hampir menindas orang.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
Nggak bisa tembak ya?
All right, I give up.
That's it. Show me your
Tough men,
hands.
we're done.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you? You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Do you believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, you face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the judge. If he had time to clock who was at the scene, he had time to make a choice.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
We wanted to give you the facts about the accident, ma'am.
I appreciate that, but I think I know most of them already, Detective. He was hit by a car, now he's dead. What more is there to tell?
Pardon me, but you don't appear to be too upset about it.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick together this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
Beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
So he turned blind?
Yes. He was still yelling at me when the car hit him.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Don't lie to me. Something was different this time.
You're clutching at straws. You married? The arguments are never any different.
We're leaving, Lorna, but this doesn't add up. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Come on, Phelps. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Apa? Salah lagi anjing.
I'm out of here, Lorna. I got a business to run.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps.
Ah!
The driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the facts.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks.
It's him, the cop from the newspapers.
Lanjut dulu deh. Selesai.
Drove me up to my house.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
We go to Washington now with national news from...
Okay. Congratulations. It's nothing.
Sorry, pal, that's all I got. Even bartenders run out of gossip.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Wow, bloknya angkutnya.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be
Tes
patient.
1, 2, 3.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually a benefit to society at large.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface